morning, all of you. In last class, we will discuss about the guided transmission medium, and in fact, guided transmission medium, we discuss about the twisted wire pair, coaxial cable, and optical fiber. In this session, in this activity, we discuss about the assignment. There were the three questions about the related to the guided transmission medium. First is what is difference between optical fiber and coaxial cable. Why the many telecom companies are using optical fiber as a transmission medium for the long distances. So first we discuss about what is the difference between optical fiber and coaxial cable. See, basically fiber optics are significantly faster than coaxial cable. This is the first advantage of optical fiber. This is faster than the optical fibers are very thin, hair thin fibers are there, and they have the capacity for greater bandwidth. They have the Mbps speed, and fiber technology transforms the way we transmit the data, video, and voice, etc. Another thing is they are very eco-friendly than coaxial cable because they reduce the amount of heat produced by the coaxial cables. So coaxial cables requires cooling system to control the heating, but fiber optic technology basically based on the light on the other end does not generate excess heat. Therefore, they doesn't require any much cooling system. So fiber opticals are require less insulation and jacketing than copper cables. Another advantage of fiber optic cable are they are the technology of the future, because in future we will not use this coaxial cable and optical twisted wire pair. We only use the fiber optic cable because they are easily allow for data heavy internet tasks that you regularly perform, like online gaming, streaming videos, TV shows, movies, and video cutting. So we are using more and more optical fibers, not coaxial cables, because these are related to the future technology, future-proof technology which can easily evolve. Fiber optic cables offer basically more secure communication than coaxial cable, because one of the most benefit of fiber optic technology is increased security reasons. It is more difficult to tap fiber optic cables than traditional cables. It would be hard to tap fiber optic cables without also disrupting the system. So through the coaxial cable, signals can be easily trapped, but through the optical fiber cable, it is not possible easily to trap the system. So this makes the data interception very difficult compared to the electromagnetic signals of coaxial cable. Another question which I have given you about the guided idea is the why coaxial cable is better than twisted wire pair. Twisted wire pair we will use in earlier system for electrical appliances, but now we are using coaxial cable. These data cables are also popular in local area network for small distances because they are highly resistant to the signal interference, or you can say environmental interferences like noise and other environmental factors. So they are covered with the 3 layers of insulation as we discussed in the structure of the coaxial cable. So this design gives the coaxial cables the ability to support longer cable length between the two devices. So with two extreme interferences, especially those running motor, shielded twisted pair cabling also be used. So like coaxial cable, it supports greater cable length and can be shielded in a variety of ways with a foiled and jacket shielding, etc. So coaxial cables are much better than twisted wire pairs because they are more capacity. They have the more capacity of data transmission, as well as they have the less resistant to electrical interference, or you can say environmental factor interference. So coaxial cables we are using mostly in local area network than the twisted wire pair. And third one is the question is the why many telecom companies are using optical fiber as a transmission medium for long distances. Why they are not using coaxial cable or twisted wire pair? They have the many reasons. There are the many advantages of optical fiber. Basically, optical fiber communication, as we discussed in the last class, in the structure of the fiber optic cable, basically is a method of transmitting information from one place to another place by sending the pulses of light. through an optical fiber. So light form an electromagnetic carrier wave which is modulated to carry information. So this fiber optic cable involves basic steps creating the optical signal involving the use of transmitter which relay the signal along the fiber, ensuring that signal does not become too distorted or weak, and receiving the optical signal and converting it again into the electrical signal. Basically, this is the method of fiber optic communication. So it has the many advantages that firstly it has greater bandwidth. That means the channel capacity is very fast, up to 10 Gbps we can transfer the data. Again, it has very high speed because the fiber optic signal is made of light. So this is the greater bandwidth, and this is the optical signal is made of light, and light speed is very high, so data can move at higher speeds and greater distances. Security, data transfer is safe with fiber optic cable as we discussed. It does not reduce signals and is extremely difficult to tap, so we can say data transfer, data is more secure in fiber optic cables than any other cables. Tapping is very difficult. Fiber opticals provides extremely reliable data transmission, so it is completely immune to environmental factors. Core is because this is made of core is made up of glass, which is an insulator, so no electric current can flow through. It's immune to electrical interference or radio frequency interference like crosstalk, impedance problems, and more noise problems, etc. So they are less susceptible to temperature fluctuation than copper cable, etc. So they are immunity and provide immunity and very reliable system for the data communication than coaxial cable and fiber optic cable. Design is very lightweight. They are hair thin fiber opticals and very thin, less than the copper cable. So to get higher speed using copper cable, we need a higher grade of cable, which basically weight more and take more space in cable trays. With fiber optical, there is a very little different diameter and weight. Plus, fiber optic cable has pulling specification that are up to 10 times greater than copper cable. So it's a smaller in size, thin, so provide much more capacity to handle. So design is very much easy. Field termination means quick fusion splicers enabled with auto alignments enables fast splicing in the field. Auto alignment accuracy provided by these fiber optic cables, they easily cleared. Cost, again, the cost for fiber optic cable components and hardware has steadily decreased. Overall, fiber optic cable is more expensive than copper cable, but in the short run. But it may be less expensive in the long run because for the longer distances, fiber optically typically cost less to maintain. They have the very high bandwidth, less downtime, require less networking hardware. And advances in field termination technology has reduced the cost of fiber installation as well. So in a longer time or in later we can say cost is much more cheaper than the coaxial cable or twisted wire pair. So these are the reasons for which many telecom companies are using fiber optic cable as a transmission medium for long distances. Thank you so much.